Okay, so the question that you've all been waiting for. Let's talk Brexit. What's going on, guys? So today we thought we'd do a Q&A. So we put out on Instagram, ask us some questions. And we got so many questions.
So many.
Like loads of really good ones, but loads about Brexit. I'd probably say 85% of the questions were about Brexit.
Yes, and we thought we're going to have to answer it because we get asked it an awful lot and we understand why. Because obviously we bought land in Portugal, we spend a lot of time in Europe, so we are going to talk about Brexit in regards to the questions that we've had. So we are going to get onto that, but firstly we're going to answer some of the other questions because they weren't all about Brexit and some people don't care about that or want to hear about it. So let's do some of the easy, fluffy, fun questions first before we get into the nitty-gritty of the B word. Okay, so we've had a question from Ben who has basically said, are you happy with your choice of Sprinter? I would say we are.
I'm so happy.
There was a very brief period of time after we went away in the Winnebago and that was a medium wheelbase and we were like, oh, should we have got a medium wheelbase?
Yeah, because when we went off in that van, it was very much like, it wasn't necessarily a medium wheelbase for me. It was like, should we have got a 4x4?
Oh, yeah.
But now, thanks to our new tyres, our Savage lift kit, and a few other things like the snorkel, everyone keeps asking us, are we a 4x4? And it actually makes the van perform so much better off-road. Mm-hmm. So on our land, we've been driving all around our land off-road in our Sprinter and it is been performing amazingly.
There was a period a few months ago where we got stuck in a field. It had been raining overnight and we were just on some wet grass and the van was not having it. Now, wet grass, not a problem.
It's literally not a problem. Like wet grass with an incline, like these tyres absolutely eat up the floor, which is great when you want to keep going and you don't want to get stuck. So I definitely recommend the tyres and the Savage lift kit and the snorkel as well.
To answer the question, yes, we are happy with the type of Sprinter.
So happy, guys. We got so much room. Like
it's
literally,
crazy.
There's 3 of us living in here, me, B and Ginjey Bear, and we just don't feel like there's not enough room. Like
no.
There's so much
room.
room.
Enough room, to be fair.
We were a bit worried. We were like, oh, will we have enough storage and stuff like that?
Too much storage. Too much.
We can't even fill our storage. We've got so much storage. We've not got enough stuff to fill it. So, yeah, definitely long wheelbase Sprinter. Very happy with the choice. So the next question is, where will you be travelling first in your new van?
So thank you, Salty Geckos, for the question. We are obviously we've travelled to Portugal first, but this is not kind of like travelling because we're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, we're just parked up on our land, so there's not a lot of travel going on right now, but in the new year we're going to travel around Portugal in the van, but the first major trip is going to be to Scandinavia.
Oh, we can't wait. I can't wait. When we first moved into the T4 in 2014, the first place we went was Scandinavia and we fell in love with that whole area of Europe. It's our favourite.
So beautiful.
It is beautiful and we just like, the whole time we were there, we were just like, we're going to come back here and we have been back. But going back in this van is just, oh man, I can't wait. It's going to be so exciting and I can't wait to bring you guys along with us.
We've got a very rough plan, but basically when it gets too hot in Portugal and we start sweating lots, we're going to leave and we're going to go to Scandinavia and explore all the way up to the Arctic Circle, past the Arctic Circle. It's going to be amazing and we will be documenting it.
And I just thought as well, if you've not seen our travels from there before, I'll just pop the card in for the link to the series that we did some videos in there.
That's a good idea because that is where it all started pretty much. So go check out them videos.
Okay, so Nancy has asked, how do we earn a living? Now, this is another question we get asked almost as much as the Brexit question. And we have done a video on it, I think it was last summer. And I will also include that. And you can watch that if you want. But basically, we make our living off of YouTube.
I love it how we get comments going, oh, how come you don't have to work?
This is our job.
We do.
And it's the best job in the world. We absolutely love it.
It's amazing, but it's incredibly hard work. Any big YouTuber will tell you how hard the actual job side of it is.
Well, it's non-stop. It's literally from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed every single day.
Because it's not just about creating videos. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes of planning, planning trips, speaking with companies, doing brand deals. There's so much that goes on a day-to-day basis that it's incredibly hard work, but literally wouldn't have it any other way.
No, and when we first started out with our YouTube journey, we never thought that we'd end up where we are now, and it's just absolutely amazing. Like, we're very, very happy that we can do this and share our lives with you all. So thank you for watching our videos. It sounds like I'm ending the video. I'm not ending it.
Another good stream of income for us is Patreon, and we're so grateful to all of our patrons because they help us massively and also have a lot of input into what we do, and we put stuff on there and we speak to them, and it's a really nice community over there. So
yeah, I mean, with Patreon, a lot of people don't understand what it is. Some people seem to think that Patreon is just people giving you money and that's just it. No, it's a two-way street. They give us a patronage per month and they get something in return. We wouldn't want people to just donate money and not get anything. So that's why we set up Patreon, because it's a really good way to engage easier with our patrons, because we don't have hundreds of thousands of them, so it's a lot easier if you get a notification on Patreon to respond to that.
The problem is when you get in 30 to 50,000 comments a month, it gets very hard to reply to every comment.
And that's spread out over all our social media accounts.
But on Patreon, it's just okay, well, we can speak to everyone on a daily basis.
Yeah.
We answer every question we get. You can private message us on there, and it's a lot easier to get in touch.
It is.
So the next question from someone on Instagram is about how many acres of land. This is probably the third biggest comment that we get. It's a massive one. We don't have a huge amount. We have 5 acres.
Which is very big.
It is very big.
You can be looking for the other person. You're like, where on earth are they? I can hear them, but I can't find them.
But you meet some people and they're like, and you're like, oh, how much land do you have? And they're like, oh, 21 hectares. And you're like, oh, wow.
You wouldn't know if someone else was there, living. That's such a huge amount of space. We didn't want something that was going to be too big for us to manage.
When we did our research, we knew that we'd only be here for the long term, basically. Well, we do want to move here full time, but we have a camper van and we have the travel bug, so we want to spend 6 months in Portugal on our land developing that, and then travel for 6 months of the year. So it makes sense to not have an absolutely massive plot that you can't manage, because we've also met people who their land basically controls them and they can't leave because they have so much to do on a day-to-day basis. It's a full-time job just managing their land, where I think we've got it where we can actually leave the land for 6 months, come back.
We don't have any animals that rely on us, so
so no animals.
Well, except for Ginjey, but she'll obviously come with.
But in the long term, I do want to get animals. Definitely, we want to have animals. We want to do all of that kind of stuff.
We saw some chickens in one of the farm shops yesterday. It was very hard not to get them.
We still might get some chickens while we're here.
I don't know.
It would be nice. It would be nice.
I love chickens.
But yeah, animals obviously tie you down, and we don't want to be tied down. But also, if you have a huge amount of land, you have to keep it clear. You have to make sure it's maintained. Otherwise, it could become dangerous. So, yeah, 5 acres is the answer.
So, Mandog Adventure has said, are you spending Christmas in Portugal or in Birmingham?
We're
spending it in Portugal. Sorry, I just wanted to...
100% in Portugal.
Yeah.
We love it here. Hopefully we'll get a nice sunny day on Christmas Day, which will be lovely. Maybe we can go for a nice long walk like we do in the UK.
Well, you do, I don't. I like to just veg out.
It should be good. We're definitely going to cook a traditional English Christmas dinner.
I found parsnips today in the supermarket. I'm very happy, because last year when we were in Portugal for Christmas, I couldn't find parsnips and I couldn't find sprouts. And
so I was in the car,
sad.
just waiting for B to go. She went into the shops to get a few things. and she literally rang me from the supermarket while I was in the car park going, "I've found parsnips." That's how excited she was. But no, that's incredible. It's going to be really good. We're really looking forward to it. And
maybe next year we'll have our family over for Christmas.
Yeah, and we've got some friends that are hopefully coming over in the next few weeks as well. I'm not sure when they're going to get here, but that's going to be exciting to hang out with them and do some Christmassy things. So Rainbows on the Road have asked us on Instagram, what GPS collar does Ginjey have?
Ginjey has a V-necked cat tracker collar. I will put a link in the description because, in fact, talking about links in descriptions, I created this thing on Amazon. It's like a shop front of all these items that we recommend, and that includes Ginjey's tracker, her litter tray, her harness that she has. So if you're interested in all those things, do check it out. The link will be in the description. It's not something where you buy it and it goes to us. It's not like that. It's just basically letting you know what we use. So yes, Ginjey has a V-necked cat tracker and it has been absolutely amazing.
Guys, it's so good.
It was the best investment ever.
And I know it may look like a doorbell.
Yeah, and
hanging
you know what?
around her neck.
Ironically, you can actually ring it like a doorbell. On the app, you can choose ring, and it will ring it, and it will sound like a doorbell.
So if we're going out and we want Ginjey to stay in the van while we're going out somewhere, we can literally just phone her. It's mental. We can just phone our cat and find out where she is.
It's amazing though, because you can see where she is in real time. You can see where she's been over the past 24 hours. You can find her with the ringing thing. Like if you put your phone up, you can see how many meters away she is. You can see where she is right here, right now. And for us, that was what we wanted, because Ginjey is our fur baby. She's very important to us. We don't want her to get lost. There are sometimes dogs around the area. She's terrified of dogs. I know that a lot of people think cats and dogs hate each other. Ginjey's terrified of them. So she needs to basically be somewhere, if she gets scared, I can find her. She loves to get stuck up trees. She might fall in a well. I'm just like, I want to know where my cat is.
Yeah,
and now I know where my cat is.
She's not like a farm cat. You know, there's a lot of farm cats in Portugal that are just left to their own devices and they do the job that they're there to do.
She's a pampered princess.
But she's our child, basically.
Oh, and also, before we go any further with the tracker thing, we've had some people concerned with the fact that it's on a collar. Well, pretty much any cat collar that you buy nowadays is quick release, so
yeah, exactly.
She can't get stuck in a tree. Like if she did, it would just snap off and there you go, she's fine. And obviously we can find the GPS because it's GPS, so we can just locate it. But also
we know them collars work because she's came back so many times without the collar.
Yes, she
and
has.
You might be thinking, but then you'll lose your GPS, but it's a GPS, so we just go and find it.
Exactly. And I'd also just like to say as well, some people have said, oh, just leave her in a harness. There's no way I would ever let her go out in her harness because they're not quick release, so if she got stuck in a tree with the harness,
hanging.
she'd be stuck there. So that's my own personal experiences. She absolutely hates being in a harness as well. She's really stroppy.
She kind of walks funny like that when she's in the harness, but when she's out of the harness, she does not mind the neck GPS at all. It didn't bother her. I thought it would, but it doesn't. And trust me, it's amazing. Get one.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it was worth the investment.
Okay, so the question that you've all been waiting for. Let's talk Brexit.
So some of the questions we had on Instagram: are you guys worried about Brexit since buying land in Portugal? What will Brexit mean for you and your land in the future? Stuff like that. And basically the main reason why we've never ever spoken about Brexit on our channel is because we know just as much as you guys.
Yeah, so a lot of people message us, send us private messages, comment, and they think that we know more than everyone else, but we don't. We just know what we know, and you can only do so much research. And for us, when we were going to buy land and we came out here to find our dream piece of land, Brexit was already a thing. We already knew that.
We knew the risk of Brexit, whatever the risk is.
Yeah, we knew that it was going to happen, and it's just one of them things. We are not going to let something stop us following our dreams.
Yeah.
So we were just like, you know what? If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Life's too short. You know, we don't know how long we're going to be on the planet, and we've always wanted to do this, live off grid and kind of live a simpler life and build stuff and create things, and and Brexit's not going to ruin that for us.
No, and the thing with Brexit is it's changing all the time. So you might think you know something and then it changes and then that happens, this happens.
Yeah.
So that's literally why we've not said this is what's going to happen, this is what we're going to do, because we're in the same boat as everyone else. We don't know. And I don't want to say, right, this is what we're doing, and then it changes. So that's really the reason why, like Theo said, we weren't going to not do it because Brexit's happening. We just thought, well, we don't want to waste our time and not do it. We have the opportunity, we're going to do it now. And we've still got the travel bug, we still want to take... We want to explore the whole world, you know, there's so much going on.
We've got so much to see, literally so much to see, and we're going to see it. That's the great thing about life, isn't it? Like, literally nothing is out of reach, really. If we want to go and explore somewhere, we can go and explore it, which is absolutely amazing. So
yeah.
I would say just follow your dreams, do what you want to do, within reason.
Yeah, I mean, Brexit stuff is getting closer to the Brexit finale.
So maybe if you're about to buy land now, you might wait a couple of months and see what develops.
I mean, it's totally up to you. We just knew what we wanted to do, so we've done it. And everyone we've spoken to has said something totally different. Don't worry about it. Oh, this is going to happen. Don't do this, do that. And it's just like, you know what? We have spoken to people.
We've had some very raw comments as well. like the day before we're moving to Portugal, moving our whole lives, a very mentally stressful thing. And we have people sending us messages going, oh, you've made the wrong decision, Brexit's going to ruin everything for you. And that's great, that's your opinion. We don't believe it will. We will keep going, and we have things that we're going to put in place to make sure that we're going to be okay. So don't worry about us.
That's another
we'll be
thing
fine.
worth thinking. Everyone's got their own different paths that they're on. So your path is different to our path, which is another reason why we're not very comfortable saying this is this, because this is our path. So that's the path, the Brexit path, the B word. And I don't really want to talk about Brexit again after discussing it in this Q&A, because I feel like we've said all we can say and there's not really much more. We're not politicians, we're not in the whole nitty-gritty bit of it. We're just going to go with the flow.
We only know what's been put out there by the government and what's been going on. And I do keep up to date with what is going on. I think it's important to keep up to date with what's going on. But also, we don't know until it happens, and nothing's been set in stone. So that's it. That's the Brexit talk over. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We've had fun. We always have fun answering these questions.
We do, and we always answer pretty much all of our comments. I was going to say questions. We answer pretty much most of our comments on every single video. We try to anyway.
Yes.
We do get an awful lot, but we do try. But it's always nicer to just sit and talk to the camera and vocalise how you feel. But also, it's worth mentioning we've got a hell of a lot of questions, so we're going to probably do a second one at some point in the future as well.
Definitely. And if you don't know about Vlogmas... I
was going to say, it's Vlogmas, guys!
We're literally doing a video every day up until Christmas Day, so... yeah, keep watching. Come back every day, 7 PM UK time.
And before we end, I just wanted to say, I don't know if you've noticed, but we've got a fly friend living with us, but I recently bought this fly swatter, which is pretty brutal and does get rid of them. Ginjey pretends like she's going to catch them and then she's lame and can't. So
I have caught her eating a few flies, which is great, but the amount of flies we've got at the moment... yeah, we can't get rid of them.
And
so
it's not because we smell, guys. You all know we've got a wood fire bath now, so we're very clean.
They're just like summer flies in the UK when it's summertime and it's warm.
Yeah.
You get these flies and that's all it is. It's the warm conditions. So
they're annoying though, so they get swatted, and it's a lot of fun when you manage to actually get them. As barbaric as it sounds, it's fun. It's fun.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow,
we've got an exciting thing that we're doing tomorrow, so stay tuned.
Head over to theindyprojects.com/shop and check out our new merchandise. Join us on Patreon for exclusive content, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.